Okay, I got my new, excuse me, Ventrui collar from, here it is here. This is for natural gas conversion and propane gas conversion, I guess, for the big Honda EB11000 generator. They originally made this collar piece in aluminum, but they said they changed it 8 years ago. Impco makes plastic. It looks like it is made as 3D printed, and this fits down into the housing before it goes on a carburetor. And the Ventrui, the constriction here accelerates the air coming in and creates a vacuum right underneath of it. And that vacuum is to pull in the gas here, which when it's sitting in that housing, which we'll see later, has a tube going out, which will be the output of the natural gas regulator. So that's the theory there. But I am somewhat concerned with this being 3D printed. It's not real smooth. Typically, Ventruis are nice and smooth. You want kind of a nice laminar airflow. I don't know if you'll get that with this. I don't know how you would know. It's probably going to be fine the way it is. I just like it a little smoother. So what I did do is I went up to Do It Center, Johnson's Home and Garden. But when I bought this for $27, it also came with, they sent me the bulkhead connector, which is where they're rerouting the PVC line, and we'll see that later. Anyway, I went up to Johnson's Do It Center and got some sandpaper. The finest they had was 220. I was kind of aiming for 400 or 600, but I can't find my sandpaper. Since I moved, everything is in a box, in boxes in the sheds and stuff, so I said, the heck with it. I got a new pack of sandpaper. 220 I thought would have been finer. That's pretty coarse yet, but I'm going to grind away at this a little bit and see if I can get this a little smoother, at least this part here, the Ventrui, the constriction area. And we'll let you know how I come out. Okay, I attempted to smooth this out with a 220 sandpaper that you saw in a previous video. I don't know if I did that well. I really need 400 and 600. That's 220 is a little bit too rough, but I did the best I could on this, and it feels smooth. It's no longer rough to the touch anymore, but I don't have much of a glaze. Well, I guess I could see some glaze from the light, and did the inside, although the inside didn't polish up as much as I'd like, but that's okay, because I think once it gets over that lip, that edge, that's the actual hard edge right there, which is right above these inlet ports, or suction ports, or pitot tube ports, or whatever you want to call them. Then I think it really doesn't matter laminar-wise, but I think this is the critical portion here. I'm surprised to see them have made this thicker here. I would have thought they would have brought this slope all the way up to the outside diameter of that fitting piece, the air horn, or housing, I guess they call it air housing, because that looks fairly restrictive for that 20 horsepower GX620, but we'll see. We will see. It feels really smooth at a touch. I did the 220, and then I hit it with quad-aught steel wool. 0000 steel wool with my finger, run that around until I just got tired of it. And then I put some Mother's aluminum and mag polish cleaner with the cloth, figuring that that's going to be more like rubbing compound. I don't know that it did anything. And then I washed it off, and I don't know what to do about the inside of these grooves, how smooth these things need to be. Should I get some sandpaper, folded up 600 in there? I can see I have some that cleaning compound in the corner of one of these right there. But yeah, I think it's fine. I'm not going to obsess about it. It feels nice and smooth to the touch here, which it didn't before. It was really, really rough. This feels smooth. So I think what I'll do is go ahead and try it. I don't know how I'm going to do that. It just started pouring rain. Well, not just, about a half hour ago, just pouring rain out there. And it's so nasty out there, I almost don't want to go out there. But I've been dying to see how this works. What I might do is at least wheel the generator in here. It's all the way on the lean-to over here out in the rain, but I could probably just scurry around, get it over here, open the door, and at least wheel it in here, because I need to install this and switch some pipes around and drill that housing pipe out, or the outlet out a little bigger. The Predator was here. Instead of moving that out back, I just put the Gen 10 back on it and just scooted it forward. Garage is kind of a mess. It's work in progress. So I pulled them forward, so I have some room over there. I want to get these bags of concrete out of here today, so that's all I got to report. Okay, to my chagrin, it turns out that this is the original Ventrui column that Nash Fuels made. Hi, Casper. And this was already in the carburetor housing. So the previous owner, somehow this generator had the Nash Fuel kit already installed for propane. And you could see this was the original aluminum collar that the guy from Nash Fuel tells me that they no longer make. They make it in plastic. So I went and bought the plastic one, which is here, and I've been waiting for that for about a week. And it was rough. It's a 3D printed part. I didn't know that it was, I didn't know that I needed it. I didn't know that I had the other one in there until I took the whole thing apart. So I lucked out. So I just put the aluminum right back in. Okay, I think I got the natural gas kit installed, or at least the parts I did get. My previous video determined that the Ventrui collar was already installed in this guy. The aluminum one, which would have been 8 years ago, that Nash Fuel made that thing. It's obviously from Nash Fuel. They're the only one making that. It's in that housing there. We switched the hoses. Lighting is a little iffy here. This rubber hose that I got at the hardware store is a little tight. It's starting to kink there. I don't know if that's going to block it off. I don't like the way that is. Kinked there. It's making a pretty sharp bend. Pretty sharp bend. It's getting flat here too. I don't know how that's going to fare. I did move the PVC hose that was previously in that nipple where the collar is. The Ventrui collar's in here. I did drill it out to 3/8 of an inch hole. You can see the shavings. There was a bunch of drama because I couldn't get the drill bit in here. I didn't have a right angle. Well, I have a right angle drill, it just wouldn't fit. I got it in by hand as far as I could with electric drill, the cordless till it hit here. And then I just took a pair of pliers and just moved it around, and it got it to go through the housing. It was pretty close to 3/8 of an inch. Anyhow, so that's what I got. I am concerned about that. I don't know, it's almost like I could squeeze that some more open. I don't know, maybe put a hose clamp on there to keep that more open. I don't know how restrictive that's going to be. Did put a hose clamp here, and this is the adjustment. And this I'm just going to close off. This goes to the manifold. I think the previous kit needed that, but again, whoever installed that kit obviously did it wrong. But the good news is that was in there, that the collar was in there. Had I done the test like I was talking about a couple of weeks ago and just switched these hoses before ordering that, or while I was waiting for that collar, the thing would have worked perfectly. And I didn't even think to open that up and check that to see if that collar was in there, or yeah. So weird. I just can't explain it. But anyway, it's Tuesday night. We have the no net on 1.2 gigs. At 8, I don't know if I have time to go out there and wheel it out there. I got all this workbench I needed to clean off and whatnot. But we'll see. Maybe I got the natural gas conversion kit done. The machine runs great. Long story short, there actually was a Ventrui collar in this carburetor housing. It's just that they didn't have the hoses switched right. Whoever put the original propane conversion kit on. So I didn't need to buy that collar, which I was waiting on for a week. So I didn't know that until I took the thing apart to put the new collar in. But it runs great, and I want to go measure the full fuel consumption. Unfortunately, it's freaking raining like you wouldn't believe. Look at this. I got a damn lake here. It's just unbelievable rain. So I should go look at the rain gauge. Oh, it's cold. I'm starting to get some flooding here. But I wanted to start this puppy and go out and look at the gas meter. So we're going to turn that valve on. Okay. So that's on. You got my quick disconnect. 3/4 inch hose, 15 feet. There's the regulator. And what we have to do, typically I haven't tested to see if this is really necessary, is hit that primer button down here. 5 seconds, you hear the gas coming. And then I just reach over here and turn the key and crank it. I smell the gas. Don't know if I have the mixture set right or not. I may have to play with that. I heard that backfire, a little concerning. It was running awesome before, but it is cold out here. I need a flashlight, which I have in my new stopwatch here. And we're going to measure fuel consumption at no load. So let's see how I do this here. Okay, so we're going to go, let me get my readers on here. Bear with me. And we'll see. Oh no, there goes those glasses. Oh dear, what a night. They're going to be all scratched up maybe. Okay, so I get my stopwatch here. We're going to go check out the gas meter in the rain. Here. Okay, we're looking at this little lift valve here, and we're going to wait until, let's see, oh, it's getting pretty wet in there. So this little valve, it's 12 o'clock, and then we're going to hit it. Wait for 1 revolution. Ready? 3, 2, 1, bam. Okay, so it's running. That should be a 1/2 cubic foot per hour. And we're going to see. We can wait and do 2 revolutions. That'll be a whole cubic foot. So there's a 1/2 foot, 20 seconds. Yeah, it's definitely using more fuel now than it did before. So, and there's no load on it either. So I don't know how meaningful this is going to be, but we'll find out. Okay, and we're going to get ready to watch this when it hits 12 o'clock. And I'm going to stop it. 3, 2, 1, bam. Okay. 43 seconds for 1 cubic foot, okay? Remember that, 43 seconds for 1 cubic foot. So now I'm going to go put this thing on idle to get an idea of what it draws on idle. Do some math here, and boy, it is nasty out here, I tell you. Okay, we're going to wait for this thing to come around. I'm not going to wait. I'm going to go till 3 o'clock or 3:30, whatever that number is, right there. Okay, we started. Can't believe I got to do that for a whole 2 turns here. Okay, so it's not using a lot of gas here at all on idle. Boy, come on, iffy. I'm going to say, I'm just going to go 1 revolution over to there, and we'll call that just, oh, now it's going faster. Look at that. Oh man, I messed that up. I wonder if, oh, I know what happened. The garage heater kicked on. Boy, that sucker's cruising now, isn't it? Dang, all right, let's go look in the garage. I left the garage door open. Well, I got the 1 reading. That's all that really counts. Boy, it is coming down here. Let's see. Yep, I hear it, which is good because I'll go dry my hair. This 80,000 BTU. This baby, when that fan kicks on, is going to really throw out the heat. So anyway, so that's the calculation. I'll go, or that's the measurement. I'll go do some calculations. Okay. So what we want to figure out is how many cubic feet an hour the generator is drawing at full speed with no load. So according to our measurements, we know that 1 cubic foot of natural gas took 43.13 seconds for 1 cubic foot to be measured on that gas meter. So if we want to see per minute how many cubic feet we were drawing, as we know that there's 60 seconds in a minute, so we'll take 60 divided by what it actually took for a cubic foot, which is 43.13, and that comes out to 1.39 cubic foot per minute. So cubic foot gas consumption is usually measured in cubic feet per hour. So if this is cubic feet per minute, we just simply times that by 60, and we will see our CFH. So that comes out to 83.46 cubic foot per hour. So for BTUs, it's usually 1,000 BTU per cubic foot. So let's see what they say here. So and it says that's right there. Cubic foot of natural gas contains about 1,000 BTU per cubic foot. So if we drew 83 cubic foot, that would be equivalent to 83,000 BTU. 83,000 BTU. I was expecting the generator to draw more than that, expecting over 100,000 BTU, but it is what it is, I guess. So we'll have to go see what it draws on with a load. So that's our baseline, which is similar to what it was before my previous test. So that's going to be our baseline now with a properly installed and what I believe is a properly adjusted load block for the natural gas regulator on that Honda EB11000 generator. So basically 83 cubic feet per hour or 83,000 BTU.